Plot summary. War of Faith is a thrilling Chinese drama set in 20th century China. This period drama has everything from angst and espionage to political rivalry and action. In 1930 Shanghai, the center of the modern Republic of China, its financial power starts seeping through the rest of the country. In comes Wei Ruolai, a low-level employee at Kuomintang's central bank who ends up becoming the protege of the advisor Shen Tunan for his affinity with numbers and tactical thinking. But faced with furthering the bank's corrupt power and meeting the rebel, Shen Jinjin, Wei Ruolai is at a crossroads. As the bank continues to trust him, he must decide whether he wants to stay complacent or destroy their monopoly over the country. Episode recap. Episode 1 of War of Faith begins with Wei Ruolai being introduced as a poor village boy who is surviving in Shanghai by acting as a freelance consultant for gangsters like Mr. Qian. He is good with numbers and helps people like his neighbor, Ms. Zhou, with trading tips. He is able to correctly predict the rise of certain stocks like that of Imperial Bank. Elsewhere, Shen Tunan, a senior consultant of the central bank, arrives in town. His team plans to make government banks take over private banks who retaliate by bombing their cars. Furious, Shen tells his man to sell all their stocks of Imperial Bank, a private one. The rates fall instantly, and it is too late before Wei Ruolai is able to convince Zhou to sell her stocks, and she loses over $150. Outside, while the Shanghai garrison transports prisoners, a woman and her gang target them. But it's a ploy by Captain Lin to catch the woman who is the real target. He holds the prisoners hostage as they are all the woman's comrades. She is revealed to be Shen Jinjin, a Communist Party member. They attack, but she gets away after being injured. Ruolai is looking for a rickshaw for Zhou when Jinjin hops in and pretends to be his girlfriend. He sees her injured leg as they are stopped by Lin. Ruolai steps in and they are let off easily as he has Qian's card. Grateful, Jinjin tries to strike up a conversation, but he says they won't meet again and he only helped so he isn't killed. It is revealed that a Mr. Song has sent Shen to Shanghai. They hope to unify all financial avenues of Shanghai, and the private banks that cooperate will be under central bank. Meanwhile, Su Nuo, Shanghai's Communist Party leader, nurses Jinjin's injury. He learns that someone called Guluan has betrayed them and he orders Jinjin to stand down till she recovers. That night, several raids take place. At home, Ruolai avoids Zhou while lamenting about his poor prospects. Having been fired and unable to get a diploma because of his communist village, he has no money. His teacher advises him to get Shen's help as he doesn't look at a person's background. A cool-down Zhou helps Ruolai dress up for his interview while another neighbor gives him a free ride to the central bank. Unfortunately, there are tons of candidates for the new posting and they are ushered into a room to give an entrance exam. Elsewhere, Shen hints that he has a second test in mind to check the candidate's abilities. At the end of War of Faith Episode 1, there is a fire and everyone runs out except Ruolai, who continues to finish his exam. The episode review. War of Faith Episode 1 introduces us to all the players in the C-drama, from the protagonists to the bad guys. There is poor Wei Ruolai, who is barely able to make ends meet, but his efforts pay off in the end. But he seems to be on the wrong side of the playing field. As for Jinjin, she is playing vigilante during a turbulent time when communists are being tracked down for their beliefs. As the show delves into the political and economic aspects of China in the 1930s, it does get a little difficult to follow along. However, as the conflict continues to be explored in the following episodes, viewers who have no knowledge of the time period will be able to understand. The premiere does have a lot of action, so along with the context, War of Faith does have the potential to turn into an engaging plot. Cast. The C-drama stars popular faces: Wang Yibo as Wei Ruolai, Li Qin as Shen Jinjin, and Wang Yang as Shen Tunan. Along with them, the cast of War of Faith includes Zhang Tianyang, Gao Lu, Yang Kuan, Lan Xie, Lu Tingzhua, and Zhu Tai. Will it do well? It most likely will do well critically. The pacing is not too quick, allowing viewers to understand each point before moving on to the next segment. The cast and crew are exceptional as well. Weinebob is an extremely popular actor and has always lucked out with the projects he does, such as Hidden Blade and The Untamed. Li Qing is yet another familiar face who is a fixture in households with shows like Princess Agents and Joy of Life. The show is also helmed by Yao Xiaofeng, who is known for the fan-favorite comedy, With You, which was released in the middle of the global lockdown. War of Faith also has a primetime evening slot and airs every day, which is perfect for those who want something fun and intriguing to watch after the day is over. Should you continue watching? If you are on the fence about watching it, we'd say think it through. Yes, the C-drama is pretty interesting, and as a political thriller, there will be a lot of action and suspense that will have you analyzing every dialogue and scene. So, if that's your thing, go for it. But if you want something simple to just mindlessly binge-watch, War of Faith may not be for you. Especially if you have no knowledge about Shanghai's economic and political status in the 1930s. While the show will most likely explain it all in the coming weeks, viewers will have to concentrate on following the story. This is just the first impressions of the new C-drama War of Faith, and we will not be recapping the rest of the episodes. What do you think of War of Faith? Will you be watching it? Let us know in the comments below.